Hello and welcome to Golden Orb Studios. In this video I'll be showing you the basics of weight painting. So to start off, I'm just going to delete the light, I'm going to keep the cube, and I'm just going to do SZ, scale that up a little bit, and then doing Shift A, we're just going to add a bone, and I want to be able to see that, so I'm going to come into Object Settings, and then down to Viewport Display, and then I'm just going to tick in front, so now you can see that it's in front, and then I'm just going to move this down, and then tabbing into edit mode, I'm just going to drag this all the way up, because I want even divisions, and instead of just manually extruding and trying to get the right length, we can just right click and subdivide, and that looks good for me. And then tabbing into edit mode, and this is just part of rigging, where you want it to bend, you want to add cuts, that way it doesn't bend all weird and it has mesh to work with. So you just want to add a couple of those between each of the joints. And now that we've done that, we can click on the mesh and shift click on the armature, Control P, and then we're going to do empty groups. For something simple like this, you could totally just do automatic weights, but for the purpose of the video, we're just going to do empty groups so I can show you how to do custom weight painting. And then selecting the armature and then shift clicking the mesh, do Control Tab, hold that, and then put your cursor over weight paint and just let go. And then when you Control click on each of the bones, you'll be able to see the weight painting. We don't have any weight painting at the moment, so it's not showing anything. But when we do, you'll be able to see where the bone weights are. So just starting off with some settings, click N and go up to Tool, Options, and we want to tick Auto Normalize. And I'll just show you what it looks like without it and why we need it. So I'm just going to paint some stuff right here, and then coming up here, I'm going to paint this. And if I come back down here, you can see that this is still controlling it. So that can cause some issues sometimes because you want each spot to have its own individual weights. And then with auto normalize on, if you click on this and do some painting and then click on this one and do the same thing, you can see that if you click on this, it's erased where I painted, and same up here, it just gets rid of it. So now that it has its own individual thing and it's all nice and even, the way paint isn't overlapping. So for something that has symmetry like this, you can come up here to the mirror and just tick that, determining which axis you're on. For more advanced objects, you might have to just manually paint each side, which can be a pain, but it's worth getting it right. So then once you have that, you can just weight paint and you can see it gets everything. And something that I like to do, I like to start at the root of the bone and then just paint everything, and this just ensures that everything gets painted, because now everything will have a weight, because even if I click on this, it's all going to be even and normalized, if that makes sense. So then you just want to go up the chain and just start weight painting. And then some useful tools that I really like to use are the blur and the average tool, and this just lets you create more of a smooth line between them, especially if when they bend, like it doesn't look right. So far these are looking pretty good, but maybe right here it looks kind of like a hard crease. You could average it out or smooth it, and then it just makes it look much better. And there we go, that's much better. And that can fix a lot of issues that you may have with weird, like right there you can see it's being kind of weird. You might want to smooth it out, and then you can see that looks a lot better. And then go back to object mode, you can see that it's working pretty well. If you go Control Tab, you can go back to pose mode and just edit this how you'd like. Now you can see that it's working pretty good. Alright, and that's all for today's video of custom weight painting. If you like animation, be sure to check out my other video, IK Rig Animation. It's super simple and quick. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.